All righty. So hi everybody, welcome today.
Okay.
And
Hi,
I
Yvonne.
have a really simple little dish today. And I had a little bit of sad news today because I've been going through a bunch of testing to find out if I could be accepted to get a kidney transplant because my little brother offered to be my donor. But I'm a melanoma survivor. So in 1995 was when I had my first tumor. And then it came back in 2001 and 2002. And in 2002, when I was in chemo, is when I went to kidney failure. And so I've been living with 20% function since then. And then it crashed over the last couple of years. So my doctor wanted to see me if I could qualify for a transplant, which I was really looking forward to. But because of the melanoma, it lies dormant in the body and there's no cure for it. And so they're afraid that the anti-rejection drugs that they would give me to accept the kidney would cause the melanoma to
Ah,
and the risk is just they feel is too high to warrant the risk, the benefits that the surgery would offer me. And so, I had a little meltdown, called Sally. What a gift Sally is, I'll tell you. Thank you. And just accepting a new reality that I'll, be going into dialysis and, keep working on my diet because I've lived this whole last 2 years on a very super restricted diet and I'm still around kicking it. So I
Yeah.
figure,
yes.
That's right. Yay.
and I'm going to just keep eating
You can
good
do
and
it.
healthy and make the changes I need to make in my life, let go of what no longer benefits me, what no longer serves me, let go of the toxins I consume or I allow to be in my, periphery. So sometimes it means letting go of toxic friends or toxic relationships or toxic behavior.
That's right.
So it's just that whole surrender and letting go to have definitely a divine right livelihood. And sometimes people go, well, what do you eat? And I like, believe me, there's plenty to eat. I'm not no thin thing. So I'm so grateful too, because as I let go of my more meat-based diet into the vegan diet, they have so many wonderful alternatives. And so dishes that I once made with hamburger or sausage or something, I can do an alternative and just readjust my menu and my ingredients to make the dish work. And so as I'm having to control and monitor the ingredients in my recipes, I'm also shifting to a behavior, a better quality ingredient, because it's just so much better. So like last night I cooked down some butternut squash and so I made a soup. So I've got it warming right now. I don't know if you can see it in my pan, but
we
that's
see
going to be part of it. And the butternut squash soup is so simple because I just took the softened butternut squash, mushed it into a pan and added some coconut milk. And this I didn't realize is a little sweet and a little vanilla-y. And so I thought, ooh, it's like soup for dessert.
There you go.
I'm gonna garnish with a little pumpkin spice. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my meal. And so what I'm gonna use is the Beyond sausage.
Yay, love it.
And this is the hot Italian. And what I found when I was doing my test runs, that unlike meat sausage, you can't slice it and have like a little quarter of a piece because it's mushy. And so I'm going to do the sausage in a whole form. And I want an oil that I can get the temperature up to get it nice and brown. And so instead of using olive oil, which has a smoking temperature lower, the avocado oil has a 500-degree cooking temperature. So it won't smoke until it gets to be 500 degrees. And in my kitchen, if I have smoke, my smoke alarm goes off.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah.
Fire, fire.
I know, it's really embarrassing. My nephew would
Yeah.
tell me how I'd know my dish was ready.
Oh, I didn't know about the avocado oil. I will definitely get it next time.
Yeah, it's a wonderful oil.
Thank you for the
Oh.
referral. At Costco.
We like it. It's at Costco.
Oh yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
too.
I get
Big
this
bottle. Big
Big
bottle.
bottle.
outlet. And they also have an avocado coconut oil blend. And I found almond oil there. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna use one onion and I'm gonna slice it so I can have vertical slices. And another trick too is about knives, because we always think, oh, like I was a hairdresser, so I would buy scissors $500 for a pair of cutting scissors. And that's way different than a pair of scissors you get to cut paper. And I'd have to educate people when they would grab my scissors to cut a thread. And like same with knives, like, so this is a knighted knife and it's made really nice. And this is a similarly styled knife, but I bought it at the dollar store when I was just kind of transient. And what a difference a good knife makes from the weight of this, the balance, and the way it holds the edge. So it's really good to invest in a nice set of knives, because whereas this knife, you'll get tired of it and it'll just sit in your drawer and be not used. Whereas this, you'll pull out and use it as your favorite knife. So investing a little bit in good cooking ware, good pots and pans, a good knife, that makes your whole cooking experience better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with the onion and slice it. And can you see that, what I'm doing on the,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
And I have this little bowl for my debris bowl. So I'm going to be cutting this onion this way because I want long slivers.
Okay.
And I want them to be kind of thin too. And now I've done like half a quarter of the onion. So I'm going to turn it on the side like this and cut it so I can keep doing the slivers on this side. So then you see I got nice little slivers,
Oh,
and they'll all break apart.
okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and just start heating up my pan. So the instructions say about 6 minutes to cook. So that's good to know, because a lot of times I just start doing something and read the instructions later. So,
Don't read the
good
instructions.
parts of it ahead of time. And now I'm going to do the bell pepper. So I'm going to put the onions off to the side. And then the bell pepper, again, I'm going to cut the top off. Every cook does their peppers differently. This is just the way I do it. And then I just take the center out like that. And then the little debris inside, I just kind of pull it out.
That'd be nice to make a dish of a stuffing something.
You know what? I was actually
Look at
thinking
you.
about that.
Look at
You
your
can
bowl.
make this beautiful little bowl
Mhm.
and stuff it. You can make like a rice with, onions, and you could even do the simple sausage to make a stuffing and then bake it. And then you got stuffed green bell peppers, and that's delicious. We'll make
Yum.
that sometime. So, and then again, I want to keep with the vertical slicing. Gotta watch your fingers. That's why the chef said to do like this. So you don't put your thumb out there and lose your fingernail. Or the top of your finger.
So basically, you have all the vegetables like a julienne size, right?
Yes, they're julienne because that's the way I want to do the presentation.
Oh,
Instead of having them chopped. I did chop up the cabbage into little bits.
cabbage.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put it on a bed of cabbage. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead in the pan and I'm gonna lower this, my computer down. So you can see the pan now here.
Not really.
No.
Really.
Yeah. Okay, better. Yes.
Okay.
I can only see Sally right now.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour a little
Okay.
bit of oil.
There
we
she
go.
is.
Wait.
Like,
Don't I have Yvonne pinned? That's strange. Hang on. Let me move
Okay.
her. Where's Yvonne? Okay, I'll make her spotlight. That's strange. I lost that spotlight for everyone. Okay. See,
Good one, Mr.
earlier only me and
Mhm.
Yvonne, so there was no such a option called spotlight. Have to be more than 3.
More than 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
3
So
people.
now I'm gonna go ahead and put in one of the sausages. I think I'm gonna cook 2 sausages today.
What's that little thing in her pan?
So here's the first
Olive oil,
one.
garlic, baby,
Oh,
huh?
garlic, maybe.
Is that garlic in your pan?
You can see how it's soft. Actually, no, it's just a little piece of onion that fell off my. my-
Oh, okay. We thought you were forgetting an ingredient
You
there.
know, actually, I'm glad you said that because it's sitting on my table.
Hmm.
I'm just all befuttered from my information. So yeah, the garlic. You know, I always have to cook with garlic because it's like flavor.
Yum.
And it is. That's the name of the flavor. Yum. So I just kind of diced up the garlic, put it in the pan, and then it's got a nice sizzle to it. So I'm putting the sausage in. 1 sausage, 2 sausage, and the pan's big enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my peppers and onions in here too, and sprinkle them around.
Hmm.
It's nice when you have a dish that's pretty, you know, when you cook it. And then these are from my garden. And I'm gonna I think I'll take a little bit of this too. I grew some green onions.
Oh,
I'm gonna add a little bit of that too from my garden.
Yvonne, what is it that we're making?
I'm making a just a really simple cold day lunch of onions, green bell peppers, and sausage with a little garlic in it, and butternut squash soup.
And butternut squash soup,
Yes.
okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my timer just because it takes 6 minutes to do it, and that way I'll know when the timer says it's done. And just keep it moving so that nothing burns. I've got the temperature on medium. And one thing I can do is when if the onions are starting to get too cooked or too brown and the sausage isn't quite ready yet, I can add like a dollop, a splash of water to help cool down the pan a little bit and keep the sausages cooking. Because the sausages are kind of thick. And usually when I would make this dish with a meat-based sausage, I would slice the sausages into little quarter pieces. But that doesn't work as well with the Beyond sausage. And
You can do it with the Beyond sausages if you freeze the sausages a little bit first so they're firm when you cut them, and then you can cut them in the rounds and then fry them.
well, thank you so much for that.
You're
I
welcome.
like that. That's a wonderful tip.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
good girl, Teresa.
anyway, we're just gonna let that cook. And I've got my soup heating up here. It looked like it thickened up a little bit. So I don't know if you can see the soup,
yes.
Yep,
but I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the coconut milk just to get the viscosity loosened up a little bit. You know, you want a little bit of, you don't want your soup to be really pasty, right?
Mm.
And it's more like baby food.
Yeah.
Well, how do you prepare your butternut squash? You steam them, you cook them. How do you
My
do?
butternut squash, I cut them in half. I put them upside down on a parchment lined baking sheet, and
Uh-huh.
I cooked them for it took me about, I would say, close to an hour at 350
Okay.
for the sauce, for the squash to completely cook. And if you're gonna do it in a soup, you can leave it a little on the chunky side, but I did it kind of as a mash for my dinner last night.
So then you put it in the blender.
You know what I did this morning to do the soup part was I used my blender, my mixer.
Oh, okay.
You can use a blender too. It's just that I put my blender away, so the mixer was really easy. So you can see how these are cooking up nicely, and the sausages are getting a nice color on them. Because the visual too is what matters. So these are looking really good, and they've been cooking for about 4 minutes. And so I'm going to go ahead now and take the sausage and peppers out so that they don't burn. I'm going to just take the peppers out and onions.
Hmm?
Looks easy.
Looks tasty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Garlic in there.
I love
Mhm.
beautiful food, you know. We eat with our eyes. And of course you can see this would definitely serve 2 people.
No way. I can eat 2 lengths myself.
Me too.
You 2 links yourself, yay.
Me
Come on.
too.
And now on my plate, I've got the cabbage. So I'm gonna put the cabbage right here.
Is it cold?
I just got it out of the fridge. You know, I could always warm the cabbage up too.
Hmm.
And I don't know if any of you have ever had, like barbecued cabbage or fried cabbage. I personally haven't, but I know there's people that do that with their cabbage. And cabbage is
Cabbage.
also another amazing food that I'm bringing into my diet more and more.
Sauerkraut.
Maybe, but you have to have something else in it besides that, right?
Huh?
Oh, we were talking about what cabbage was. Was it in sauerkraut?
Yes,
Yes,
cabbage
yes.
and sauerkraut and in coleslaw.
And then coleslaw, yeah.
Yeah, those are what you mostly think of as cabbage meals. And then kimchi is cabbage,
Yeah.
correct? Am I correct?
I think kimchi is made of a Napa cabbage. A
The
different
Napa cabbage, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cabbage.
Napa
That's
cabbage.
the name.
spring rolls.
So
Yay.
you just got a
Spring
couple
rolls.
minutes,
We
35
love spring rolls.
We should be professional on that one.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing you can do too is with a sausage, you can break it up and use it if you want to have that flavor in like a pot sticker, or-
Yeah.
Mm.
So you have like a more Americanized pot sticker with, like a faux meat in it. I almost hate to call it faux meat because it's almost even more delicious than meat.
Yes.
Because I've been finding I've been more turned off by meat lately.
Yeah, we like our Beyonds. We love the Beyond.
Okay, so it's 6 minutes by my timer.
Well, one thing I know is that when I eat Beyond, I don't feel guilty. I know someone is not sacrificing their life for me. So
Yes.
I'm good about it.
Right, that's right.
Okay, turn the timer off.
Did you turn your heat off, Yvonne? It looks like it's smoking.
That's
Gonna
why,
have that.
that's
Gonna
why
have.
it's a village. You can't do anything alone.
Yep.
And
We just didn't want your alarm joining us.
oh my God, it is loud. Okay,
That's all right. You're not the first one. Remember, I had the fire alarm once.
So this is the
Ah,
meal.
yummy.
A nice summer, winter, cold day meal.
That looks
Oh,
fantastic.
and the
It
soup,
does.
you did
It
a
looks
great
very-
job.
It looks
Looks
really,
good.
made me hungry.
Gotta do
Nice
the
and
finishing
easy
touch.
too.
You gotta do the finishing touch.
Pumpkin spice. Oh, for the squash.
Yeah.
Yay.
Then it'll be like dessert.
Dessert.
For the squash, yeah.
Pumpkin pie spice isn't just for November anymore.
Yeah. Good thing, huh?
So, okay. So there we have it. A
Oh,
nice
yay.
Beyond sausage on cabbage with bell peppers and onions and garlic sauteed in avocado oil and butternut squash soup.
Wow, that looks really good.
It looks like a great meal.
I'm jealous.
I'm fine now. I'm starting over.
good. Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you,
Yay.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for
That
making
was
my
fun.
day like so
You
much
did
sunny.
good.
It's almost sunny. Good. I hope it stays sunny.
Well, I don't mind a storm when I've got good friends like you in my life.
Oh, good. How sweet.
good
That's
care of
nice.
yourself.
Ditto.
Yeah, ditto.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Even
Sally.
Dog is here. My dog. Okay.
Your
Okay.
dog.
Nelson,
Have a
Come on,
great week,
4
everybody.
minutes.
thank you. Bye, Yvonne.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.